I read that Saturday night's premiere was the highest rated premiere in the past 4 years. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. This is crazy. I read it too. I was like, what? No, that's crazy.
So for you, 12 years in, what is it like for you to be here, still making an impact? And how has that journey been for you as a comedian, actor?
It's been amazing, man. When I started doing comedy, I just wanted to be good at it, and I wanted to have a platform and make a platform where I would be able to make some kind of impact and some kind of difference, and it's kind of surreal still to be at this position where I get to see things in the world and create and put it out there so quickly, and with some of the best doing it in the industry and some of my favorite comics and artists. I'm still like a kid about it in that way, man. It doesn't get any, I don't want to ever lose that feeling. It's just being grateful that I get to do this. But I just like being more comfortable in it. I don't like feeling like I'm gonna lose my job every day. So that feels good to know.
Amazing.
You know? Yeah, it's, 'cause I lost a lot of jobs, you know, you lose a lot of jobs on your way to being good at something. So it's also the longest I've ever had one job. So that's been very different, and I see why people do it now. You know,
like the stability aspect, right? It works a little bit.
Yeah, knowing people a little bit. You don't gotta relearn somebody every single time. You know, it's nice.
So you have some of the favorite character impressions on the show: Offset, Kanye, Sterling K. Brown. Who is your favorite?
My favorite character. I like doing impressions, and I like the challenge of them because I don't really always look to do impressions. Some of my favorite things to do, though, if I'm being real, outside of Soulja Boy, that's very fun. Soulja Boy was immense. I'm still surprised that we got to do that on that show. It's the original characters, man. Like I like really playing like original characters who are like things I've always wanted to do, from an incompetent drug dealer, like playing stuff like that is very fun for me. I get to play a lot of guys I grew up around and like put them on this show that I never saw them on before, and just be able to like push myself in those ways. But Sterling is also like another one of my favorites because I know Sterling, and the first time I did him, he was like, all right, and I was like, oh, wasn't that good. And then I did him again for an event, and he saw it, and he was like, you got me. I'm like, yeah. And so I love that about doing the impressions, because then you run into the folks and you get to like hear how they feel about it. So it's nice.
So what can we as an audience look forward to this season coming up?
Look, I got all the plans in the world. Now what happens is just kind of, some of it's out of my control. But I do have plans. Like I have a couple more music plans. We'll see how it shakes out. I'm really happy with the last one, so I just like to let stuff breathe a little bit. I really want to go on an update and update this a little bit more, and kind of talk about things the way I would talk about things on stage, be a comic. I would also like to do some impressions, do some more impressions, and I would tell you what the characters are, but it kind of gives away what it is. But there are some characters I really want to do, and I'm hoping I can at least get a couple of those off. So it's exciting. It's like every year I have that kind of same goal, those goals, and just see how it shakes out.
So touching on a little bit on the music aspect, in 2018, you won an Emmy. Was music a part of your origin story? Was that something you envisioned? And I mean, getting an Emmy for music on a TV show, that's not that bad, right?
I mean, look, I love music so much that I had to learn all of the other levels of TV and in the comedy game, because music is what I wanted to do first. Like I was a rapper, and I was like running the streets, trying to build my street cred up because I wanted to be cold at it. And I did it for a long time. So to be able to find a use for that talent in what I do now, what I really love to do, has been one of the best parts of this journey, man. And the Emmy was like, when that was just, I didn't write it like, dude, this is an Emmy. But it was like such a cool thing to realize, oh, you can get some, oh. Because I never watched the Emmys like that until that moment. I was like, I get why this is a thing. It's very dope. So it was such a humbling thing, man. And I'm just coming into it like trying to just have as much fun as I can, and try to make them sound good, and hopefully people like them, and whatever happens after that, man. But it's just really cool to try to get better at it, and just do it.
So next weekend, Issa Rae is hosting. She will be the 13th Black woman in the history of SNL to host. So in honor of that, I have two questions for you. One is, what would your character be on Insecure if you could write yourself in? And the second is, who are your 5 favorite female comedians? Okay.
So if I could be a character on Insecure, I would be like a weird ex that keep popping up every now and then in the middle of the girls' conversations, because they always have these dope sit down shots, and I'm like, hey, damn, I can't believe you here, and I do it enough where it's like, this man is following her, but he doesn't want to do nothing weird. He's just trying to take his shot every time. I just like playing little crazies.
Is that somebody you know from the neighborhood? Is that a personal trait? Where's that?
Oh yeah, I have a friend growing up that used to try to get his ex back by popping up on her, and it did not work. I think he got over her. He could be at her job now. I don't know.
And so, what about your favorite comedians, women?
Ooh, my 5 favorite Black comedians. Let's go with some more. Tiffany Haddish, Sam J. Issa's one of my favorite comedic actresses, and Regina King is a beast. Oh, and Regina Hall. Oh my God, the Reginas, woo,
dominant.
They go crazy all day. I mean, there's a longer list, but like those are mine. Yeah, I like those.
I like that list. That's an all-star list. I like it. So kind of in wrapping up here, you have some projects coming up in October for Spooky Time, Scare Me, and Vampires versus Bronx. Can you tell me a little bit about those and what can we expect from those projects?
Yeah, Scare Me is with me and written and directed by Josh Rubin, hilarious, and the brilliant Aya Cash. And it's a horror comedy, which is one of my favorite new genres that's really blowing up right now. And it's a storytelling actors masterclass, man. It's 2 writers who are in this cabin and telling each other scary stories, and mixed with the sound, mixed with this beautiful soundscape that just brings out the stories more. And then the comedy is just brilliant, and it's brilliantly shot. And I come in and I bring the funny a little bit. I'm a little bit funny in that thing. And it's so funny, it's so cool, and it's just something fresh, man. So if you like horror and you like comedy, I don't recommend it. I can't recommend any more than that. And Vampires vs. the Bronx is such a dope family movie, but it's also the vampires look dope, look real. It has an all-star cast of just like brilliant actors, and the kids go off, man. And it's just, I had so much fun, and we shot it in the Bronx for real. So I got a lot of Bronx stories from that shoot. But it was, yeah, it's a dope, like Lost Boys mixed with vampires, Bronx type of vibe, man. It's very dope, and very fun. And please watch that joint. Has Method Man in it too, so that you can't go wrong with that.
Method Man, vampires, Lost Boys vibe. I'm feeling it.
Man, it's hard. So please watch. It's on Netflix. It's a good sit down with your kids, cover their eyes sometimes movie.